The eyes of the world are riveted on Israel and the Middle East, the epicenter of the extraordinary events that are shaking our world and shaping our future. Iran vows to wipe Israel off the map. Iraq threatens to disintegrate into a full-blown civil war. And in Sudan, a horrific genocide is underway. What does it mean? What is coming next? Joel Rosenberg is a New York Times best-selling author of novels like The Last Jihad and Dead Heat, and of the nonfiction book Epicenter: Why the Current Rumblings in the Middle East Will Change Your Future.
Joel Rosenberg.
Joel's also a former advisor to Benjamin Netanyahu.
How much time does the West have to make a decision to act decisively to stop Iran?
Not much. We're running out of time. I can't tell you if it's a period of months or a few years. It's certainly no more than a few years.
They think that by creating a world crisis that it will bring their Messiah.
He is also founder of the Joshua Fund, a humanitarian relief organization whose mission is to bless Israel and her neighbors with humanitarian relief in the name of Jesus. Please join him now in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, as Joel explores the question, are we living in the last days?
Inside the Revolution is really about taking people inside the Islamic world.
This is a true battle about defining the soul and spirits of Islam itself.
The West fundamentally misunderstood and still misunderstands the threat of radical Islam. It is a fanatic, messianic ideology.
Martyrdom means dying for God. And that means going to paradise. That's the Quran.
The Beirut bombings is when we began to suddenly think about terrorism as a national security threat. Suddenly the lexicon in national security included the word terrorism and terrorist.
The government of Iran had said, take a spectacular action against the United States Marines in Lebanon.
We withdrew. Beirut was back in their hands. What did it say to the extremists? It said, we won.
We are at the most dangerous stage of the Iranian Revolution at this moment. Khomeini exported his radical Islamic beliefs.
The West is evilized because he came in and colonized our countries and killed our people, and that helps them to recruit.
Islam had declined, and the correction is supposed to be done by the resurrection of an Islamic empire and the acquisition of nuclear weapons and the use of nuclear weapons, if necessary, to obliterate Islam's enemies and to subjugate the rest.
If you go to radical Islam, their choice of words for winning the war that they're engaged in now is to have the United States of America coming to prayer call 5 times a day and praising Allah.
Reformers are those Muslims who say, yes, Islam is the answer, but jihad is not the way. And there are leaders that are rising, Muslims who are pushing back against the radicals.
Are you Jewish? Are you Muslim? Or are you Christian? I don't care about it. Islam comes from peace. Osama bin Laden is not a Muslim for me.
They're enemies of God. I'm going to kill them, and by so doing, I win the sympathy of God. Where in the Quran do you have this?
The big untold story in the Middle East right now is the dramatic and widespread conversions of Muslims to Christianity.
I saw death face to face, but God saved us. Nothing short of phenomenal. Turning to Christ, mostly after 1979.
قم يا دانيال اذهب إلى يسوع المسيح. 3 مرات كرر عليه.
Jihad is not the way. Jesus is the way.
The followers of Jihad, Jefferson, and Jesus are battling to dominate the Middle East and change the world.